Oh yeah, there were other movies that came out last weekend besides Godzilla. Hey everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson, and this is my review for the highly anticipated Rocketman, which is pretty much the Elton John biopic. The movie stars Taron Egerton as Elton John, and the movie, again, is a biopic, so it chronicles his life and career when he started out at the Royal Academy of Music, changed his name from Reggie Dwight to Elton John, and pretty much deals with his career and his problems with drugs, sex, cocaine. And to pretty much cut right to the chase, it's the movie that I wish Bohemian Rhapsody was. Because every time I've seen the trailers for Rocketman, they've looked good, but I just couldn't help but think about Bohemian Rhapsody every time the trailer plays. And I also didn't find out until the day before I saw the movie that Dexter Fletcher directed this and is the same guy that pretty much came in to finish Bohemian Rhapsody after Bryan Singer was booted off. Because I'll tell you right now, I hate Bohemian Rhapsody. I was kind to it on my original review, but really the more I thought about it, the more I disliked the movie. How the hell that got nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and won 4 of them, including Best Editing, the thing that it was criticized for, is beyond me. So, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But Rocketman's good. Rocketman is actually great, I'll say. And the reason there are a lot of similarities between the two movies is that they both focus on an iconic musician that also happened to be gay. But whereas Bohemian Rhapsody didn't work all that well, what Rocketman does is actually delve into the actual character. Taron Egerton is phenomenal in this movie. There's a lot of talk about him getting an Oscar nomination, and if there's no one better, give him the actual Oscar, which that could be a possibility. I would actually be shocked if he did not get nominated for an Academy Award, because he's that good. And the way they explore all of Elton John's addictions, and just the relationships that he goes through, how he's trying to please everyone, it's very compelling, especially with one particular moment that I'll touch upon when I talk about another person in the movie. And another thing that really helps is that whenever they play a bunch of Elton John songs, he can sing them. He's a damn good singer, which was something that did not happen in Bohemian Rhapsody because Rami Malek pretty much lip-synced every Queen song that was in that movie. But Taron Egerton does a fantastic job, and the movie also doesn't stop to play these Elton John songs. They actually weave into the story, kind of like what Mamma Mia did with the ABBA music, except here you actually have people who can sing. And again, the song sequences not only fit into the story, but they're very entertaining. There's a ton of great choreography. It looks fantastic. Again, it's pretty much the movie that Bohemian Rhapsody should have been. If people made this movie the $900 million global hit that Bohemian Rhapsody was, I'd have no problem with it. The rest of the cast is great. You have Jamie Bell playing Elton John's lyricist, Bernie Taupin, and the chemistry that he has with Taron Egerton is fantastic. Their scenes are great, and it's really cool to see this friendship blossom, and according to the film, you realize that these two have never really had a fight, and they continue to do collaborations and be friends for 30 plus years. Bryce Dallas Howard is fantastic in this movie as well as Elton John's mother, and the one scene in the movie that I was talking about earlier that really hits in terms of drama is the moment when Elton John's talking to his mom on the phone and pretty much comes out to her that he's gay. And she's like, okay, yeah, I know that. That's no surprise. But I hope you can live with the fact that no one will properly love you. And that moment right there, doesn't matter whether you're gay, straight, or what, that moment just hits you in your gut. Because it's so heartbreaking to hear something like that nobody will ever love you. And throughout a lot of the movie, and I don't know how accurate this is in terms of Elton John's life, but there are points where he's just trying to please everyone, and it ends up hurting himself. So the drama in this movie is very compelling. If I added a couple of issues, one, it's just a little too long. I think the pacing in the middle just drags like crazy. And also for somebody who's not too familiar with Elton John outside of his work on The Lion King, I had a difficult time figuring out when this movie took place. Obviously, after doing research, it took place around the 60s and 70s, but there are no timestamps in this movie. And if you're a person who would like timestamps in a biopic, then this is kind of going to be rough for you, but not that rough because it's still a fantastic movie nonetheless. The cast is great, the song sequences are incredible, the drama is very compelling. I'm wondering if this could be in my top 10 list. I mean, we are in June, so it's a little too early to tell, but then again, Booksmart and Endgame are already locked into my top 10. But hey, who knows? I'm actually very glad that I waited a couple days to record this video because the more I thought about this movie, the more I actually like it a lot. So if I had done this video as soon as I saw the movie, I would have said good but not great. But having time to think about it, it's definitely worth seeing in your lifetime. It's just a great movie all around, whether you're a fan of Elton John or not, and I hope this gets some Oscar attention later on, because it definitely deserves it. And there you go, that's my review for Rocketman, and now I want to know what you guys think about the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Are you an Elton John fan, or are you unfamiliar with him like I am, outside of The Lion King? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and of course leave a comment. Don't forget to support my Patreon page, follow me on social media, and until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.